Friday morning, 6:32 a.m. Everything's going on outside today. Quite a few people out. You have a lot of car traffic coming off the highway, so you can tell that the weekend is coming quickly and everyone is getting ready to finish off their work week and maybe enjoy a little relaxation. Personally, this weekend, I will likely be playing around with the 3D printer, and I'll also be working on some designs for some things. So right now, I'm currently working on a way to motorize my developing setup so I don't have to sit there and tend to it the entire time. So I've gotten part of it done. I've been working on doing some of the wiring and controlling. And since I just got the 3D printer yesterday, I haven't printed anything yet, but I'll be printing some stuff soon this weekend and giving that a try. I have been working on the designs and things like that, so that's been nice. I will say that working on the designs is it's time consuming right now because I'm having to learn a lot of things. This is stuff that I did dabble with years ago during college or university, but you're talking about a gap of well over 20 years. So that stuff has kind of gone like many of the brain cells between then and now. So, so I'm having, and also things have changed. Technology has advanced and there's a lot of new stuff to learn, but I'm getting it done and I'm enjoying it. I remember when I was younger, I had two dreams. Dream one was to be a professional baseball player. It was unrealistic, so I had a dream two. Now, dream two was to be an engineer, an architect, an inventor, somebody who makes something, just really someone who makes something. I kind of switched between in and out of multiple things. One day I wanted to be, a computer builder. The next day I wanted to be an architect. The next day I wanted to be a civil engineer. It's just, I wanted to make things. I enjoyed that. And that was my realistic dream. Of course, that isn't what I did in the end. But at the same time, this kind of takes me back a little bit to that time period where I am thinking about things, designing things, making things. And of course, there's a lot of stuff out there that is pre-built or pre-designed, but sometimes the designs don't necessarily fit the actual components that I have that I'm using, which means I have to redesign. And I'm the type of person who often finds it easier to start fresh from a ground up build than it is to take someone else's thing and build off of it. Now, I do get inspiration a lot of the time from their builds. I look at something and I say, oh, that's pretty cool. I like how they put this at the front and that at the back. I want to do that on mine. Things like that. So I do get inspiration from it, but ultimately I end up building from the ground up my own version to fit the components that I have on hand. So, so that's kind of what I've been doing. Been spending a lot of time in design, pretty much all of my spare time. And as a result, I was super tired yesterday. My brain capacity was used up. And I ended up falling asleep watching a baseball game on the TV. I fell asleep at around 7, I guess. And I woke up, it was 8, and I said, okay, I'm going to bed. So I just went to bed at 8. And yeah, it was nice to get that full night's sleep in because for the last 2 to 3 nights, I had been getting, like 4 hours of sleep a night, which definitely wasn't enough. So, yeah. But anyway, I'm looking forward to continuing this project over the weekend and maybe, just maybe, even having my first run, first box printed, having everything set up, and maybe even developing a roll of film with it this weekend. So that's the hope. It may happen, it may not. I will likely run into some hiccups. Hopefully I don't, but we will see. So until the next one, peace.